for us. So you're going to stay with us? Awesome. Yeah. Fantastic. And here to discuss along with us, radio talk show host Simon Conway and Project 21 member Whitley Yates. Happy to have all three of you with us. Simon, your reaction to what we just heard from the January 6th committee.
Look, they're trying to put Trump on the ballot because they've got nothing else, right? That's what they're trying to do. They think that's going to help them. I actually don't think it's going to help them at all. If they even get a response from former President Trump, it will be go pound sand, and then he will tie them up in litigation way beyond the expiration of this subpoena. So this is nothing but, as the professor said, political theater. That's exactly what it is. And as I said, Democrats have got nothing. They're trying to put Trump on the ballot. They think that's going to help them in the midterms. It isn't. And there's nothing that we haven't seen. And to echo what the professor said, nobody, I don't know anybody who's seen the scenes from inside the Capitol on January 6th who's turned around and said, oh, that's great. Everybody has condemned it. No one's in disagreement.
To paraphrase President Biden, his response will be 2 words: go pound sand. Whitley Yates, your response here.
I mean, I agree with the professor and I agree with Simon. I think that this is really just a grab. As we're seeing low voter turnouts, we've started voting here in Indiana. We've got low voter turnouts, and they need something that compels people to get to the polls because it's definitely not any of their candidates. And so this political theater will continue, and they are going to milk it until they can't milk it anymore. It's going to turn into a spectacle as it already has. And what's sad is that they really aren't getting any of the true answers that Americans want to know about January 6th because they're so focused on the performance of this entire committee.
Simon, do you think this is an intentional pylon effect to drum up more anti-Trump sentiments before the midterms?
They would love that, but the point that they're trying to achieve is to put him on the ballot. And I don't think they're going to succeed in that. And even if they do succeed in that, I don't think that's going to drive Democrat voters to the polls, because there is absolutely nothing new, nothing we haven't seen. America has pretty much rejected this. The people who did inside the Capitol on January 6th are facing the law, as rightly they should. And if the DOJ has got more charges to bring against those people, bring it on. There's no one going to object to it as far as I'm concerned.
Okay, Thane, if you could sum this up for those of us that are not legal experts. Situation, January 6th. Committee issuing a subpoena to former President Trump for testimony and documents. How should we look at this?
Well, remember, Congress only has investigative authority. It doesn't have prosecutorial authority. They eventually would have to refer the case to the Justice Department to decide whether to indict the president and his followers for what took place, or rather the people in the White House, his advisors. So none of that has happened. There's been no referral yet. Apparently, there's a report that's being written, but it seems strange to me that a report is written, and now only today you've decided to subpoena the key witness. Today was the first time it occurred to you that maybe he's someone you should talk to. They probably didn't for the reasons that we've all agreed. He's not going to comply. So Congress doesn't want to be embarrassed and subpoena him a year ago and have him ignore them for a final year. So today it seems like we're being, it's not a legal proceeding. I feel like we were manipulated. We were manipulated by, once again, seeing footage that we've seen before without any new information, and with one final shot at Trump by saying, and now we're going to issue a subpoena for his testimony, knowing that we can't compel it, knowing that he won't comply, knowing that the Justice Department will probably not bring criminal contempt proceedings against him. So then again, what is the purpose other than to make a statement, and as my colleagues have just said, to put him back on the ballot, to focus entirely on the president, because that's their number one issue, which is Trump all the time. And what you see here is a pylon without a sense of good faith.
Yeah, all right. Thane, Simon, Whitley, thanks so much.
Thank you.
And coming up, boys will be boys. What happened when a teenager swallows something he shouldn't? That's next.